Okay, never. Oh, that actually makes it.
A good
We didn't know that actually. And that actually makes it.
It's a good thing.
And that actually makes it interesting in that a lot of times we recommend living-related donations in kids who are in the more common blood types, like the O blood types, for example, because it can be harder to get organs. You know, with an AB blood type, he actually may not have to wait very long on the list because if an AB organ becomes available, there's not many people with that blood type waiting for it from that standpoint. But regardless, we always want to give you all the information, and Sarah can give you that information as well about doing the living-related workup as well. And just so you know, our preference is always to take a deceased donor because that means we don't obviously have to put a healthy family member through, a big surgery. So we would always make the decision first. Okay, he needs to be on the liver transplant list. We put them on the list, and then at the same time, we kind of see the balance of what his score is, what kind of offers we're getting, and clinically how he's doing. Because as you said, I know you don't want to see your kid get sicker.
Right.
Okay. But at the same time, sometimes kids do have to get a little bit sicker, but still be okay, still not be in the hospital from that standpoint, in order to get the transplant that they need.
Okay.
But that's sometimes where the living related comes in, where you're just like, okay, he's been on the list for 2 weeks. I don't want to wait anymore. We're ready to do this, and then we go for it from that standpoint.
Okay, good.
So.
Good.
But again,
So-
he's doing okay, where I'd want him to gain a little bit more weight and get a little bit bigger. Like I said, I wouldn't do a transplant on him tomorrow.
Right. So, from today moving forward, can we start, because I know it's one at a time, the testing for the living donor?
Yeah, and Sarah can help you with that.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
So that's kind of the answer. to the
I've
questions.
got a question now, which I didn't have before. When you say put on the list,
Yes.
now that's a list that you're evaluated on, the babies are evaluated on and placed in somewhere from the absolutely needed right now to
Correct.
can wait. So if you're in the middle of the list, according to your numbers and all that, you could be put on any time, and you're not going to get it unless your numbers go up. Is that
Right.
correct?
But actually, the other
Yeah.
variabilities are the
Yeah.
blood type,
A blood type.
and the size of the organ.
Okay.
So, for example, there may be a 15-year-old who's much sicker,
Yeah.
but the organ we get is
It's
from
small.
much smaller, so
Okay.
it would go to a smaller
I see.
from that
Okay.
standpoint.
Okay. So
So
then,
that's why you don't put somebody on the list unless you're willing to do the transplant.
right then.
Because you could actually get that offer at that time.
So he's pretty healthy. We can wait until
Pretty
he gets.
healthy.
And yeah. Other
At
than
least a
that.
month. He's got a month or two of,
Yeah.
of trying to get some good growth on him.
Right.
As I said, because of the bilirubin being elevated,
Right.
I am concerned obviously that the Kasai is not going to
Yeah.
work and that the progression of the liver disease will continue. And it can happen slowly over 6 months, or it can happen 6 to 12 months, I should say, or it can happen over 3 months. And as of right now, though, we haven't seen any of those other issues. I hope not to. The biggest one, honestly, is the growth, to be honest.
Right.
And that was why we were focusing on that kind of the early on, and as if we can get more weight on him before we do the transplant. That's gonna only be in his benefit, but we would never not do the transplant because of his weight.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So,
No, I understood that part. I was just thinking about the list area of it.
yeah, it could be the vitamins too.
Oh, yeah, the orange.
There's an orange has the vitamin.
Yeah,
Do you want to hemocult that actually? So I know that was kind of a lot of information, but kind of other questions or,
Other than his liver, he's in pretty good health, isn't he?
I'm sorry?
Other than his liver, he's in pretty good health.
Oh, yeah. And that's the remarkable thing about kids is they don't have all these comorbidities that we carry around from that
They're so
standpoint.
resilient,
So
yeah.
they're very resilient. And they'll get through the surgery very well.
He's got a little.
Scissor?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like a little. It's really
Does he?
tiny. Yeah, I can show it to you. It's really
Where it
small.
came from.
good. I'll test this.
You can see because you get so sore. Right on, Jax. Good boy.
I was like, oh my god, this is so sweet. It's like little dog. Oh my god. You guys have bonded.
They have bonded.
Was that Pete?
He got
Oh no, Jackson.
Oh, and then he's just
smiling, he's
Of course he
He's
is.
my phone.
It's funny.
Oh my gosh.
I think a lot of that relates to the absorption.
You're lucky you're so
from that
cute.
standpoint.
You're lucky you're so cute. You think you're so
Keep
funny.
that in your
But
diary.
she is a-